That's the fact, Jack. Did I don't think so. Did Discord screw up last week? Not or ever will be sponsored by Comcast, a Comcast company. Yeah, let's kick some. That is my lo-fi hip-hop radio for us to get our battle-ready music going, but it's accidentally coming out of my monitor. Don't worry about it. It'll be gone.
Production value, guys.
It sounds like Windows 95 boot-up music.
Well, while we're getting ready, we can use this as the backdrop to my narration. This week, we begin with our heroes staring into the maw of a horrifying beast in the dankest depths of a sickening sewer. How did they get here? Well, by a strange turn of events here in the jungle, the world's biggest city-state, our heroes have gone from planning a heist at a party, to hunting down invitations to said party, to wooing a musician to secure the invitation, to getting that musician captured, to now hunting down a staff in exchange for the musician's release. And this staff just so happens to be guarded by a beast with 3 tentacles, razor-sharp teeth, telepathy, and a fondness for everything foul. Will our heroes survive this dreadful encounter? Let's find out on this episode of The Dungeon Folks. Let's roll some initiative, everybody.
Oh, me dice.
Ba 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 ba. Already whipping out the combat cam.
Oh my god.
Alright, 19.
19? 8.
8. Yeah.
10.
Natural 6.
Wonderful, guys. Let's make things easy. Oh, I forgot Turgid's with you. He rolls a 13. Okay. Where's the little thing for Turgid? I keep forgetting you brought Turgid along. Let me erase the were-rats you didn't fight right in Turgid. Okay. Do. All right, so perfect. So you've again just to set the scene again. You've after the Modron room, you sort of followed the like this left side wall of the sewer into this big open chamber where there is a river of this the foulest green, totally brackish and opaque sewer water that's pooled in here. There's these like metal grating bridges that span across. So like wherever there's black right here, you can walk across from either side. And these little brown splotches are the big like piles that are like 10 feet tall of like muck and filth and all sorts of icky brown stuff.
Fun.
And so they are difficult terrain to get through, although you can also try to hide behind them if you wish. And then this massive pile, this is like 20 feet tall, at the top of which is the white spider staff. Here is this great big monster. I can send actually a picture for what he looks like in the chat, if Evan wants to pull it up.
Oh, yes.
Where did it go? Dungeon Folks. Poop monster. There it is. This is what you're fighting, y'all.
Uh-huh. So yeah, we're fighting a Conquer's Bad Fur Day boss. Awesome.
So, you've walked in. I don't know your marching order, so I'll let you guys rearrange yourselves before we begin. This is just sort of the default, I imagined, with Karnov and Flint sort of in front because they have the dark vision. Merritt in the back because, of course, Ori, Turgid next to Ori, and then Alexandros in the back. But if you want to change that up, you basically, I'll let you guys arrange yourselves in this little cluster however you want before we begin. Anybody want any changes?
No, it makes sense to me.
Yeah, I'll do.
Yeah. I'll be in the back.
Perfect. All right, so let's start it off, and the monster goes first. So you just hear, again, you've just heard all in your minds this child's voice You all look delicious. And then the monster, with its eye tentacles, locks on all of you and then dives into the water. 30, 40, no, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it goes into the water, and you see it shoot forward like a crocodile, snaking through, and then these 10-foot-long tentacles reach out, and the only one in range is actually Flint.
Oh no!
So once again, like earlier in the in your encounter of the sewer, you see these spiked tentacles sort of lash out at you again, like two poopy whips.
Goddamn poopy whips.
Poopy whips. Okay, so that is a 15 to hit and a 22 to hit.
Can I parry it? Can I parry the poop?
You parry the poop. So one attack miss, one hits. Parrying, I believe. Does parry reduce the hit or does it reduce the damage?
Stand by, red team leader.
Standing by. Looking up.
Star Wars is bad now.
Hey, this isn't what the D-pad. We like Star Wars here.
Sorry. Superiority dice. Movement. Parry. Creature damages with melee attack. Use reaction and expend one superior. Reduce damage by number of my roll on my superiority dice plus dexterity modifier, which is
right.
1.
So it still hits. So you'll take damage, but this will be reduced damage.
My roll with the modifier is 16.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So let's see how much damage it does. Wait. 16. You rolled. So it's a D10 plus.
Oh, it's a D10.
I believe. No. It's a D8. It's a D8 for your superiority.
Got it.
So it's a D8 plus. It's D8 plus your dexterity, which I believe is plus 1.
Right. My bad. I got a little excited there for a second. So 7.
7. Okay.
Still pretty good.
So,
Can't
that's
complain.
still pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. So you would take 9 points of damage. So, but you reduce it by 7. So you take 2 points of piercing damage as this tentacle just whips around you. The first one slaps at you, and you just like bash away at it. Are you using your shield and sword, or are you doing great axe?
Shield and sword.
Shield and sword. Okay, so you sort of bash away at it with your shield, and then the next whip turns around, and you sort of pull away with it. You push it away with your sword, so these spines don't really dig into your flesh, but they pierce a little bit. And more importantly, they wrap around you and they lift you up in the air. You are currently grappled and held aloft by this great beast.
Oh boy.
And that will be the end of its turn. And now, Merit, it is yours.
If you run away, I swear.
I'll put money on it. I will put money on it right now.
Alright, so I am going to let me see if I can do this. I am going to shoot it with my hand crossbow.
Oh my
All
god!
Go for it. Shoot it.
Alright, let me roll this.
That's exciting.
I rolled a 17.
A 17 will hit.
Alright. So that's how many things of damage?
A hand crossbow is a D6 plus your dexterity modifier,
And let me get up
which I think is plus 4.
It's a good amount of thingies.
A cube plus 4.
Alright. And hey, I rolled a 6.
All right, so he takes 10 points of damage. So you just sort of point and you look past. You look past Karnov, and you see this tentacle writhing. You see it holding Flint, and you see a big meaty part of it, and you just shoot, and the bolt just strikes true, and it kind of goes through the tentacle a little bit, and the monster seems relatively unfazed by it, but you can see a little bit of like viscous blood running down the length of its tentacle. And do you have a bonus action or movement you'd like to do?
I'm good back here.
You're good back there. Okay, it is it's Turgid's turn, and he's seeing all this sort of chaos, and he runs over here. 20. He sort of ducks behind you, Alexandros, and he says, like really fervently, like, "Can I, excuse me, sir, can I have your crossbow? There's no way I can get close to that thing."
I don't want to hand in my crossbow. You know what? Sure, I will give him my crossbow. Here you go.
So you drop the crossbow and he's like, "Thanks." He just sort of like he sort of fumbles with it. He's not the best at it, but he still aims and points and shoots at the creature, and he rolls. He fucking crits. So never mind.
Someone just made a target run.
This. So this nervous little boy runs over and says, "I'm not really good. Give me your crossbow," and just like turns to Wilhelm freaking Tell, just snipes. So he that'll be 2d8 plus 1, and an 8 and a 4. He does 13 points of damage.
Jesus Christ! What a good thing we brought him along.
D&D, y'all.
We are not paying him enough.
I give you an ally, and he crits, of course. All right, so the monster. So he shoots, and he shoots the little bobbing tentacle in the middle that has the 4 eyes, and he takes one of them out.
Dang!
Nice.
So, but he still has like
let him keep that.
he still has like
He's giving it
9
back.
more guys. He's giving it back.
He's giving it back at the end of this fight, so help me.
Okay, so minus 13.
Well, the moment we leave this dungeon, we're buying that kid a crossbow, huh?
You
Buy
can do
him the
that.
shiniest crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well that'll be his turn. He's in the back. He loads up another bolt. He's sort of like grinning at himself, sort of amazed. But actually, after his turn, the monster will use a legendary action.
That doesn't sound good at all.
That doesn't sound good at all.
No.
So it sort of looks around, and it with its other tentacle, it sort of like sweeps in the water until it collects enough pieces to make like a snowball of gunk, and it just hucks it over at you, Merritt.
Can I dodge?
10, 15, 20. Nope. Not yet.
Beans.
So that is an 18 plus 6. That is a 24 to hit you.
Uh-huh.
So I will need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Ah, shit. Did it hit?
It hit you.
Oh, fuck. Natural 20.
Okay.
Oh.
Good. So you're not poisoned. But you do take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as this thick wad of congealed goo just beans you right in the face. Your face is just coated in filth. So you take 7 points of damage,
Shoot.
and that's it. Ori, it is now your turn.
How close am I to him, though?
You are 5, 10... well, it depends on... If you're just doing, like, diagonal, it's like 5, 10... Oh, 10 feet. Actually, he can hit you. So, 5, 10, or if you're trying to run down here, 5, 10, 15, 20. He's in the middle of the water, though, currently.
So can I use the acid breath thing?
Yes, you can.
The closer I'm, yeah, then I want to use that.
Yeah, so, yeah, currently Flint is up in the air, so I won't even hit him, so it's fine.
Yeah, this is.
Okay.
How do you
Oh, yeah,
how do you have
completely.
how do you have my game piece? It's just kind of like.
I just have him like knocked down right here.
Okay.
I ordered these things from Amazon and they didn't arrive yet. These like little mobile like things that show like aerial height. Whatever. I can just
Ooh.
Yeah, they're really fancy schmancy. Until then, I can just say that you're like, like that up in the or not, or not. Okay, you're just there. You're up in the air. Okay. So it needs to make a Lee. It's just on your sheet. What kind? Actually, I think I have your sheet right here.
Yeah, it says 2d6 damage, higher level.
A DC 12 Dex save. Okay. Dexterity, not this thing's strong suit, and it rolls a 12, which is actually what it needs. So it'll take half damage. So roll 2d6, and then it'll take half of that damage.
Wait, so it's the 2d dice.
Yeah.
Wait, this online one doesn't have a 2. So.
It's a d6.
Okay, the d6, yeah.
Yeah, roll it twice.
Okay.
And add it together.
So don't put anything in the modifier section, right?
No, this is just flat dice.
Okay. So the first one is a 5.
Okay.
And the other one is a 4.
Okay, so 9, divide that. It takes 4 points of acid damage. As Ori you see Ori's chest sort of expand, and then his neck bulges, and then this geyser of green acid just shoots forward and sprays the creature right in its tentacle, and it sort of like rides around it a little bit. But you can see actually as it's spraying it, it's sort of hitting. It's like almost like fire hose cleaning off all the other gunk that's coating him, so it doesn't quite seep in as much. And then that'll be your turn. And then after that, it'll be so mad that it sort of rears its head back, and oh yes, 5, 10, 15.
Wait, I could take a rest now and then like use it again? Or if I take a rest, that'll be it. A rest. To like
a rest?
Be able to use it again afterwards.
Yeah, so you'll have to take a short or long rest after this fight to do it again. A rest takes like 20 minutes. Yeah, you can't rest in the middle of a fight. That'd be oh
that
man,
would
for a
be
fighter,
so good.
for a fighter, that'd be ridiculous. So,
Should we have a timeout?
so it'll roar in pain and frustration as it coats it, and as it does, it belches out this big brown plume of rancid air, and just in this 15-foot cone. I need Flint, Ori, and Alexandris to roll me Constitution saving throws. Flint, you have advantage on this.
In the air? Okay.
Yep, in the air, because it is poison. As a
which dice
dwarf, you have advantage.
Saving throw. Which dice is that one?
That is a D20.
There's no mod on saving throws, right?
No, there is. For Constitution, you should have like +6.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so roll 2d10 or 2d20. Sorry.
2 of them. Okay.
So without the modifier, right?
You have a modifier, Ori, of +2. So roll a d20 +2.
Is it the lesser or the greater one?
The greater for advantage.
Okay.
Justin's having trouble with Discord. Justin, you can type in your number.
+2.
So what was your number, guys?
22!
The natural 20. Okay, so you resist. And then what was yours, Flint?
With my modifier, 20.
20. Okay. Is Justin frozen?
Yeah, he says Discord right now in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
struggling.
Let's see. I will say
He came back for a moment. And he's good.
Okay. I will roll in his absence.
Okay.
Okay, so he rolled a 17, so he's fine. Okay, so well, he's not fine. He'll take half. Because nobody's fine in this. So, there he goes.
There he goes.
And there goes our format. Pray for
no!
There he goes.
Am I like between like 4 different screens now?
It's always Ryan. It's like his face is like split.
I knew it. It's always me.
Okay, so that would be 8, 9 divided. Okay, so
we should have like a placeholder account to fill in these screens when somebody's missing.
everybody takes 4 points of poison damage.
4 points.
Although actually,
oh,
Flint,
there he
you take-
is. We got
Yay!
it.
Okay, Alexandros, you take 4 points of poison damage. Flint, you actually take 2 because you also have poison resistance. Dwarves are pretty good against poison.
So wait, was that everybody? I got mixed up in the Discord.
No,
thing.
it's
so just them that got attacked.
Yeah, so it released this plume of like brown, horrible smelling stench, poisonous gas, and it affected this whole radius, this like 15-foot cone. So you, Merritt, and Turgid are like just outside of the range of this thing.
Oh, lucky.
Hold on, one moment. Alex, this image that you sent is actually called poopmonster.png.
That's what I named it. That's what I named him. That's not its real name.
That's like an album name.
Poopmonster.png.
Oh my god.
Some bad vaporwave.
It does sound like some vaporwave.
Okay, well the good news is y'all ain't poisoned, but you did
Ayo.
take the damage after that. Okay, Karnov, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna stay in my position,
All right,
Uh-huh.
all right.
and I am going to aim a firebolt directly at its mouth.
Go for it.
8.
8 total.
Yeah,
You do dice, man.
I know, right?
That will unfortunately miss as you send your firebolt at its mouth.
Just use
but
the
brown
app.
the brown smoke. The brown smoke billows out of it is still sort of lingering in the air, and it sort of makes your aiming a bit hazy, and your shot goes wide. Any bonus action movement you want to do?
Don't really have any bonus actions available to me. No, I'm gonna stay where I am because I think I'm just out of most of its standard range.
Cool. Alexandros, it is your turn.
Yes. Am I close? Because of the Discord thing. Like, am I still in the fog right now, or is that done?
The fog it came out and it already dissipated. You got hit for 4 points of damage. You're at 20 health now, and that's it.
Okay. I think I'm going to Sacred Flame right at its head.
Okay, so it's got to make a dexterity save. That is a 10 plus 0. I don't believe that hits or makes it. So yeah, roll your d8, and it'll
Okay.
take damage.
My D8. 1.
1. It takes every little bit helps. So you're still kind of coughing out this horrible, like, feces and rot and all sorts of just awful, like, bacterial,
just a bad mess.
bacterial gas, and you're coughing out, and so you get the spell off, and it hits, but it hits just sort of like its butt and barely scratches it. So, but it is something. Every little bit counts. Flint, it is your turn. You are currently grappled.
Whew. All right, so and I still have access to my weapons, don't I?
You do, but you are grappled, which I believe gives you disadvantage on several things.
Okay.
Let me double check that. If it gives you.
If I'm also at disadvantage, I probably can't change my weapons, huh?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say this thing's kind of wrapped around you pretty good.
Yeah. I'm not. Am I in a position to attack at all, or do I just have to escape?
Let me check. Your speed is 0. Could just ends. Okay. Oh no, you can still attack. You can still attack. You aren't incapacitated or anything.
All right, I'm gonna swish my long.
You can't move. You're currently like stuck.
But I could still use my longsword.
Yeah. So it's like coiled around your waist basically,
Yeah.
and it's holding you up in the air.
All right. So I'm going to swish my longsword. So
Okay.
I'm gonna roll for that. I rolled a 16.
Mm-hmm.
Does that hit?
16 does hit. Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll a D8 with my mod. so 5.
5 points of damage.
5 points of damage.
Okay, so you just you're sort of flailing in the air, but you still manage to sort of just like look down at one piece of the tentacle that's not really moving, and you just sort of hack down at it. You take a nice little chunk out of it, but that's about it.
Okay.
Anything else? Bonus action? That's basically all you can do is if you have a bonus action. You can't move. No, alright.
Oh, were you asking me, or I thought you?
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, I'm asking you if you have a bonus action you'd like to use.
No, not at this point.
All right, then it'll be the creature's turn. Still holding you, it will position itself. 1, 2. So it sort of like slinks over the metal bridge, and it comes back down into the water and sort of perches itself on the big pile of muck right there.
Okay.
And with its other tentacle, it will first reach out to grab Karnov.
Okay.
And it rolls a 2 plus 6, that is an 8. So that one will miss as it sort of reaches out towards you, and you just dodge out of the way. And then with its second tentacle, actually no, his other tentacle is still with no, actually it can just do it again. So it'll try it again. And that is a 3 plus 8 plus 6. So that is a 9 that will also miss you. And then frustrated, it will charge forward one more space and try to take a bite out of you. 3 attacks, y'all. And that is a 9 plus 6, that is a 15. I believe that one will hit.
Yes.
And so you will take that is 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
So you are down to 1. And then you must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. New dice. Let's see how it goes. It doesn't go any better. 4.
So
I have a whole bunch of them, so I'm just gonna keep swapping them out.
As these razor teeth just like drive themselves through your thigh, you look down at your skin as the teeth retract, and away from with like the blood and like sinew that it draws from the wound. You also see that your flesh, where it bit you, begins to grow a little bit necrotic and rotted.
Okay.
And you begin to feel really fatigued and nauseous.
12. Do I take damage from that then, or...?
No, but you are poisoned, which gives you disadvantage on all ability checks and attack roll.
Okay.
And then that will be its turn. Merit, it is now yours.
Alright, Do y'all remember if I used both spells last time?
You used Magic Missile twice. I don't know if you have a third one.
Do I have a third one?
I think you only have 2 slots. Let me double check. Because you were blasting the Mimic, and you guys didn't take a rest, so...
Yeah...
let me double check. Arcane Trickster, you are 3rd level. Yeah, you only have 2 slots, so you're used up on magic. You have cantrips. Use cantrips.
That blasted Mimic. Alright, so how can I attack with Mage Hand?
You can't. It's not really an offensive cantrip. It's mainly for like doing dexterous things, or it's like a light telekinesis.
Same question with Prestidigitation?
That one's just for making fun little effects. You can use it to clean him. You can clean or make anything dirty with Prestidigitation. That's
awesome,
honestly the best use for it.
Oh, great. So the only thing I can do with this is I'm gonna hack it with my short sword, see how that goes.
Alright, so you will run up and start swinging.
Alright, let's roll d20 first.
Yep.
How's a 17?
17 will hit. And you will get sneak attack damage because Karnov is standing right next to it.
I'm not gonna fire my dice tonight. Alright, so what do I roll?
So it's a D. It will be 3d6 because it's 1d6 for the short sword, 2 for the sneak attack.
Alright. 2d6 or 3d6?
3.
Alright, that's a 5.
Okay.
That's a 6.
Okay.
That's
11.
another 5.
So 16 plus your modifiers. That's 20 points of damage. As you just dig your short sword right into this thing's tentacle, and it right into its armpit, and it starts squealing, and it sprays out a little bit of blood as its free tentacle writhes in pain. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm gonna use Presto to clean my face.
I'll let you do that, sure. Your face is now sparkling clean, like it never had poop thrown at it.
But you'll always remember.
And then
we always have time for hygiene.
After that, after taking the damage, the monster will sort of dig its heels into the muck, and its free tentacle, it'll keep grabbing the muck and smear itself with it, and now it is completely coated, and it looks like before you really pierce the flesh, you'll have to sort of pierce through all this goo. And so it will give itself... really? Okay. It'll give itself 7 temporary hit points. All right. That's all of its legendary actions, wasn't it? But now it is Turgid's turn, and he will sort of just say, excuse me, and sort of bump past you, Alexandros, and sort of step between you and Ori and just sort of fire off another crossbow. And a natural 1.
Such promise. What a waste.
I mean,
he burned out.
The
They're
dice
natural.
The dice giveth, the dice taketh away. Oh, perfect.
Peak too soon.
Does he drop the crossbow or something? What's a 1 with this?
Yeah. So I'm gonna say actually, he aims the crossbow and it slips in his hand and it shoots down at the ground. Let me roll another attack, and okay, it misses his foot. But the bolt sort of shoots down at the ground and ricochets up a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, sorry!" And he grabs it and he fumbles to try to load it again, and that's unfortunately his turn.
Oh man!
Oh my god!
Ori,
it's me.
He went from being so cool to be the coolest dude in the party to being a joke again. That's what the dice do. Ori, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna use my spear that I have.
Okay.
Tentacles. Cut any of the tentacles that are free or closest to me.
Yeah, so I'll say, you can probably get right about I forget. Flint's actually in the air. So let's do just like this. Stay on there, bitch, dwarf. Fucking whatever. He's in the air.
Stream, Alex.
Swearing.
He's in the. Yeah, we're throwing poop here. Okay, this isn't family anymore. Whatever. He's in the air. Yeah, you can stab him, Ori. It's fine. So.
I keep forgetting that Flint is there.
Yeah, he's sort of right here. He's up in the air though, so it's fine. You can still stab him. That's 5 feet apart, sort of diagonally, if you square up right next to Karnov there. So roll that d20 plus your attack bonus.
The attack. I'm just trying to find the attack.
Yeah.
Plus 5.
Yep. D20 plus 5.
And it's an 8.
That is an 8. That unfortunately will not hit. So you sort of lunge at him with the spear, and it sort of actually it would hit, but it sort of glances off all this scum that has been freshly applied to his body. And as you pull the spear back, it's just coated in gunk.
Ugh.
And you thought you landed a blow. You felt the spear go in, but it just went in to 3 inches of goo. and in disgustingness. Karnov, it is your turn. We can't hear you, Travis.
Uh-oh.
Cable got loose. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. All right. I am going to cast Thunder Wave.
Awesome.
Right from where I am.
Perfect, and I will push him back if he fails to save. So.
Do I have to roll anything, or is that instantaneous?
Yeah, you roll damage. You don't have to roll to hit. He has to roll to resist it.
Okay.
And so he rolls a 7 plus 7. What's your spell save DC?
13.
13. He rolls a 14, so he won't be pushed back, and he'll take half damage. But he will take the damage. So I believe it's 3d6. Is that what it is? 3d8.
Let's see. Are you sure he takes damage? It doesn't say.
He takes damage. He takes half damage on a save.
Takes half damage on it. Okay. Looks like it's 2d8.
2d8. Yeah, that's right.
That's a 5 and a 6, so 11.
All right, so he takes 5 points of damage.
Okay.
But he has temp HP. So really, you send this wave of force, and you just shoot off like all this gunk that was on him. And he sort of hunkers down, and he doesn't move anywhere. He doesn't seem harmed, but a lot of that like gunk shield he coated himself with has just been like flung off of him. And Karnov, since you are a wild mage sorcerer, I'd like you to roll a d20.
Okay. Just one, or do I have to roll this at disadvantage?
Just one d20.
5.
Okay, nothing happens.
Okay.
Never mind. Alexandros, it is your turn.
I'm gonna aim Sacred Flame again at the monster.
All right. He rolls a 12. What's your spell save DC?
Oh my god.
I think it's 13 or 14.
Hold on. I know where it is. Spell save 14.
14. Okay, so he fails it, so roll your d8. He will take damage.
7.
7. Okay. Nice. So this time, now that the smoke is kind of cleared a little bit, you send down a bolt, and it sort of shoots down, and it burns away all of like the coating of gunk and feces and filth, and now he's just there with his full body exposed again, and he has a little singe mark next to the tentacle with all the eyes on it.
What a shitty monster.
But
Hey Flint, it's your turn. I believe you say that in canon. As you start your turn.
Still dangling.
You're still in the air, being flailed around.
What a shitty monster! Alright. I'm gonna try the same move that I did before, use my longsword to hack at it, but I hope to actually hack myself free this time.
Okay.
Alright, so 13 plus my attack.
I will say to escape, you'll either have to use your action to break free of the grapple, or do you have disarming attack as one of your maneuvers?
Ooh, that's a good question. I do have disarming attack.
I'll let you try that.
Good, let's do it. I've never tried it.
I think that's cool. Yeah, go for it.
When you
Make him disarm you.
Hold on. Expend one superiority die to attempt to disarm the target. Force it to drop one item of my choice that it is holding. Add the superiority dice to attack. Am I the item?
You are the item. You're such an item, Flint.
Let's see. Force it to drop the item. Add superiority dice to attack damage roll. And the target must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, it drops the object I choose and lands at its feet.
Okay, so roll your attack. First see if it hits.
13.
13 plus anything?
My attack bonus?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 19.
19, that hits. So roll your damage. It'll be 2d8 plus 4. And then let's see if it drops you.
3.
It rolls a 7 plus 3, so it rolls a 10.
12.
I think your save... It takes
damage.
12 points of damage. Good to know.
Yep.
And I believe it fails its strength saving throw. So yeah, you like just slide your longsword down into this tentacle, and you cleave off. It's like dangling at the bit now. It's still intact. You didn't like hack it, but it's sort of like flailing and like sort of like broken off in a chunk. And you go falling about 10 feet onto this metal grating. So you will also take 1 point of damage from the fall.
Okay.
So you're down to a 31. And then you are prone, but you can use the rest of your movement to stand up if you wish.
I will.
All right, so you're standing up and you are on the bridge, free. And it is right there. Okay, it is now the monster's turn again.
Oh boy.
And it will reach out both of its tentacles, one at Ori and then one at Merritt.
What?
So that is a let's see here. That is a 25 to hit Merritt, and that is a 14 to hit Ori. I believe
Can I, like,
that misses.
Where?
No, it misses. It misses
Oh,
you.
okay.
Your armor is 16, so it actually misses.
Okay.
So this tentacle reaches out, but it's the crappy one that just got hacked by Flint. So it tries to wrap around you, and it doesn't have as great strength. So it's about to wrap around you, and you just literally just hop up out of its grasp, and as it sort of reels back. But the other one grasps around Merritt, and Merritt, you will take. That will be 8 points of piercing.
Ooh!
8 points of piercing damage. You are down to 6,
Uh-huh.
and you are now currently grappled, and he holds you up in the air. And then,
It's dizzying, isn't it?
actually, and then since while it has you up in the air, it'll pull you in and try to bite at you.
Really?
Yep.
Awesome.
So that is a 7 plus 6. So that is a 13 to hit you. I believe that's a miss.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, that's a miss. That's a miss. So it sort of pulls you in, and while it's holding you, and you just like resist, and it tries to like bite you legs first, and you just like pull your legs up in like a crunch, like an abdominal sit up, and you see these like brown fangs just sort of snap at your feet, sort of like a shark. You graduated from a street shark to a sewer shark, essentially.
Yeah.
And that
some would say that's a downgrade.
Yeah, technically. I guess he went deeper. Yeah.
Could say it's never mind.
Yeah. So, Merritt, it is your turn. You are currently grappled by this boy.
Alright, so my short sword is in my hand, right?
It is in your hand, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna slash at the tentacle that's holding me.
All right, go for it. I'm gonna say
Good
you
luck.
don't have sneak attack, being grappled by this thing.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, but you can still attack it. You don't have disadvantage, so you can go for
And
it.
I love my dice. I love my dice today. 16.
Don't jinx him now.
What'd you get?
16.
16. That'll hit. So it's a D6 plus 4.
That is a 3 plus 4.
So it'll take 7.
Cool.
So you just take your short sword and just pierce it down into this tentacle, trying to like shank it. Anything else?
Yeah.
Bonus action?
Yeah, I'm gonna slam my one remaining health potion.
Sure. I'll let you do that.
Alright, so how do I roll these?
It's 2d4 plus 2.
2d2. So that's 3. That's a 4 plus 2.
Okay, so it's 7. So you get 9 points of health back. So you're up to 15.
Let's see if that does me any good.
So one hand you pull out the short sword, stab it in. The other hand you pull out from your flask, take a swig.
I get the impression he's done this drunk before.
Okay, and it'll be at this point that the monster will take another legendary action, and he will belch out this big puff of gas again. This time it will be hitting Karnov, Merit, and Ori. All of you guys make some Constitution saving throws.
Come on, lucky dice, lucky dice. 17.
17, cool. Ori,
It's still a D20, right?
D20 plus 2 for your Constitution.
Plus 2. 13.
Oh, wait, I have a Constitution thing, bubble on here. So it's 17 plus 2. So it's a 19.
19, okay, that succeeds. Ori, what's
19.
yours?
Is a 13.
13. That
Yeah.
will not do it. And then Karnov, what was yours?
16.
16. That will do it, but I do believe you only have 1 hit point anyway.
Right.
Oh. Yeah. So, Ori, you will take 11 points of poison damage, and you are poisoned. So, Ori, Ori's down, as is Karnov.
Oof.
Oof.
Oh no.
And then, meanwhile, Merit, you take 5 points, so you're back down to 10.
Great. Well, at least I'm not dead.
So you guys aren't dead, but you are down on the ground
Woo!
from this poison that has just coursed through your system. And like
Poison.
it's like getting bombed with mustard gas. Like as soon as you breathe it in, your lungs just tighten up, and you feel like you can't breathe anymore, and your sense of smell just deadens, and then you fall unconscious, both of you. Plunk plunk.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's about right,
It'll be Turgid's turn. Seeing Ori go down, he will just run to his aid and use his action to pull him away.
What a lovely apprentice.
He will get about there, and he'll just sort of like put his body in front. But that is about all he can do with his turn. And then, but as he does that, the monster will reel back and throw a piece of poop right at Turgid.
Leave him alone.
Shithead.
And he will roll a 19
Thank
to
you,
hit.
Ryan.
That definitely hits. Turgid will roll.
Tarjay suffered
Dave?
enough.
He succeeds on the saving throw, so that's fine. So he just takes he takes 4 points of damage. He's okay. He gets beamed right in the shoulder. He staggers back a little bit.
Could have been worse.
Could have died.
He's fine. Ori, it is your turn. I'd like you to roll a death saving throw. So roll a
Oh god.
just a
Don't
D20,
die.
no modifier.
Okay. What is NAN mean?
What'd you get?
It just says NAN.
NEN? What?
Yeah. Anyway, I'll just refresh it.
Okay, yeah. It's a D20. Nothing else.
Oh gosh.
Did
Oh,
you get a
no.
1?
It's a 4.
Did you get a 1?
She got a 4.
She got a 4. Okay, so that's one fail. If you fail 3 times, you die. But that's it. Karnov, do the same thing, buddy.
Yep. 5.
That's 1 fail.
my
Alexandros, it's your turn.
Guys.
This is
okay.
your wheelhouse. It's okay. Remember, you can cast Spare the Dying as a bonus action.
Ooh. Okay. How many of them are down and dying right now?
Karnov and Ori.
So do I get Spare the Dying twice? Or just
You
once?
can do Spare the Dying twice, or you can do a spell that actually heals and then Spare the Dying.
But like if I Spare the Dying, don't they both get automatic health? Like
They don't get health. They don't get health from Spare the Dying. They don't have to make death saves.
Okay.
You have to spend a spell slot to cast like a healing thing that does HP.
Okay. If I do the spell to heal, does that automatically save them?
Yes. Getting health back automatically brings people back up.
Okay, I'm going to use Prayer of the Healing And I'm going to heal everyone, because I can heal up to 6.
I believe Prayer of Healing casts, I believe it takes a minute to cast them. It's like an out-of-combat spell.
Okay, y'all gotta survive for a minute.
Yeah, and a minute in terms of combat is 10 rounds, so...
Oh, then never mind.
Yeah, it takes 10 minutes to cast Prayer of Healing.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is one of those,
every round of
things.
combat, so like everyone taking a turn, all this is happening at once, and it takes place in 6 seconds.
Oh dear god. Okay,
so
forget
Cure
that.
Wound, Healing Word, those are probably your standbys.
Okay, so I guess I'll just use Spare the Dying on both of them then.
Okay, so they're both at 0. They both stay at 0, but they don't make death saves anymore.
Cool.
You could bring one of them back up with health if you want to Cure Wounds or Healing Word, but then you do have to spend a spell slot to do that.
Yeah.
So that is your choice.
But like, if I only, but then I would only heal. One of them would still be dying.
No, you can heal one of them and spare the dying the other. So they'll both be okay, but one of them will be up with health.
Oh, okay, yeah. So okay, sorry. How about I Cure Wounds for Ori, and then I will Spare the Dying for the other one.
Okay, so Karnov, you're fine. You're not up, but you're at 0 and you're stable. Since you are a Grave Cleric, your healing is actually maxed when it's a downed target. So, you're doing it at 1st level, right? Or do you want to do 2nd level?
The 1st level.
Okay, so that'll be 1d8. So a d8 turns into 8 plus your bonus, so it makes it 12. Ori, you're back up with 12 health.
Yeah, I'm not dying anymore.
Yet.
Okay, and then, yeah, so that will be your turn, Alexandris.
Yep.
Karnov is okay, Ori's back up. Flint, it is now your turn. You're standing on the bridge. The monster is like 10 feet away from you.
Okay, alright. I get this Nier Automata music going on, and it's so freaking good. Alright, I'm gonna keep my shield up because I don't want this thing tackling me here. So I'm just gonna attack with my long sword.
You can't reach it.
I can't reach it? How about a throwing axe?
You can throw your axe. You can throw one axe at it, yeah. Well,
I have 2.
I will say, since you have your longsword out, it would take your bonus action to sort of rifle through and pull out the other one.
Fine, let's do it.
Alright, so roll an attack.
Alright. 17 natural.
Alright, that'll hit. So it's a d6 plus 4.
Eight
Alright.
Damage.
Cool. So you throw your hand axe, and it flings and it sort of embeds itself right in its stubby tentacle with the eyes. And it does not seem happy. And it seems so unhappy on its turn that it's going to reach out one of its tentacles at you, Flint.
Of course it does. Can I parry it?
Yeah, to reduce the damage.
Okay.
So it rolls a 7 plus 7. That is a 14. So that'll miss you, actually.
Oh. Okay.
But it will rear back its tentacle, and it will try again. Or actually, you know what? No, it's not going to do that. It's going to take its tentacle that's holding Merit, and it will just pile drive Merit into the ground with a tentacle slam attack.
We're talking like a Loki pile drive.
Yeah, like full on the Hulk and the Avengers.
Can I use my thing, because I have one, to stop that from happening?
What's your thing?
Your inspiration?
Inspiration, yeah.
No, that's to automatically succeed on something. This is something that he just does to
This
you.
is to not die.
Yeah,
The Dungeon Master is mad.
Can I use my...
Well, what you can do, Merit, is roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Come on, dice.
What do you get? Right? Oh, I think he lagged out. This is so tense. What do you get?
No, he's here. He rolled a 3.
Oh!
Boo.
Oh,
All right.
that
So
sweet taste of smelly failure.
So, Merritt, you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as he slams you into the ground.
Oh great, I'm dead.
Okay, well you would be stunned, but you're just knocked out now. You're now limp in its grasp. And that will be its turn. It's your turn, Merritt. Roll a death save.
That's a lot better. That's 20.
Oh, that's a 20? Oh shit!
Oh, jeez.
With a natural 20 on a death save, you pop back up at 1 HP.
Yay.
Wow.
Do I have another? Do I have another action?
No, that's it.
Oh.
It is your action to make the save.
Ryan, you have permission to hide now.
Hey, this is why I don't
So,
attack.
You
My
just
guys
grabbed, and you get slammed into the ground. And by all means, to everyone watching this, this is a horrifying sight as Merritt's face mashes into the ground and his nose is broken. And as he's pulled up in the air, you see just one eye open as it begins to swell up black. And he spits out a little bit of blood, and he's still kicking.
Ew.
When your face is smashed, you have my permission to hide.
It's Turgid's turn. He will shoot another crossbow bolt now. That is a 14 plus 3, 17. That'll hit.
Yay.
So he gets off another bolt, and he will do 6 points of piercing damage.
Ew.
As he just starts riddling it with a crossbow bolt. That'll be his turn. And then, let's see here. It will, after being pierced by this thing, the monster will once again use all of its legendary actions to once again coat itself in a bunch of goo with its free tentacle.
Yeah.
And it will give itself, that's a bit better. It'll give itself 14 temporary HP.
Oh, yay.
Ori, it is now your turn.
Beginning to think some Drano would be a lot more helpful. Save you all so much time. Limit injuries. Good.
So,
Yeah.
I want to combine the torches and my natural elemental powers to try and like throw a fireball at him and to light him. And burn the
Interesting.
trash, yeah.
Hi, I'm being carried by him. Hello. Good morning. Hi.
No, do it.
Nah, you'll be fine. You'll be
Says that
fine.
like
It's okay.
bleeding from the nose. The black eye.
It's a sacrifice we're willing to make.
Alright, do you want to do it? You want to throw the
Is
torch
it gonna
out?
hurt kind of?
I don't know. I mean, he's up in the air. Like, fire would have to rise a little, but...
Ah,
will
yes,
put at
the
the feet.
fire rises!
Sorry.
What are you doing?
The feet? At his feet?
Sure, okay.
Like that to spread.
Roll an attack. So just, but for this, you're not proficient in torch throwing, so I'll say just roll a d20 plus 3.
Plus 3. And it's a 9.
A 9 total. So you light the torch and you chuck it, and it goes a little wide. You're not really used to throwing things other than daggers, and so it just sort of bloop falls in the water right there.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Bonus action or anything?
Could I do the fury blows thing?
You know.
Yeah, flurry of blows.
Let me see if you have to make a melee attack to do that. Because that was a ranged attack. Let me just double check. Monk. Flurry of blows. Immediately after you take the attack action. Oh no! So yeah, I'll say that was an attack to throw the torch. So So yeah, you can run up and use your bonus action to do 2 swift punches at this thing.
Okay.
All right, go for it. So that's 2d20s with your attack bonus for unarmed is +5.
So 2d.
Yeah, because you're
20
making two.
plus
You're making 2 quick attacks.
And it's a 19.
19. That one will hit. Do it again.
Oh no, that was a 2 one time.
Oh no. Roll once. Roll once, and then roll it again
Oh.
for a second attack. Don't add them together. That would be really good. That'd be some insane
And it's a
attack
plus
rolls.
5, right?
Yeah, it's a +5. So just a d20 +5.
Okay, so the first one is 16.
Okay, that hits. Do it again.
And the next one is 13.
Okay, the 13 will miss, but the 16 will hit. So roll your d4 +3.
D4 plus.
These PAX emails.
Oh, it's a 5.
That is a 5.
Same.
Okay. You sort of kick up, and your feet both sort of just get into sink into goo, and you feel yourself sort of sink in a little bit, and you just kick off and backflip and fling some of the crap off up into the ceiling. It's still coated in quite a bit of filth. Karnov, you
I can't do anything.
Actually, you know what? What you can do is roll a d20. Just roll a d20.
13.
Okay, nothing happens. You're sleeping.
Okay.
Alexandris, it is your turn.
Okay, guys. In the nicest way, who's dying at the moment?
Okay, so here's the deal. Karnov's on the ground. He's fine, but he's not up.
Okay.
Merritt is at 1 HP,
Okay.
and he's currently grappled still.
Okay, so I'm gonna use. Oh, what was that name? Cure Wounds
Mhm.
Yes.
on. Who's the one on the ground again?
Damn it.
Karnov.
Karnov. Yeah, I'm gonna heal Karnov.
Okay,
Hooray.
so Karnov, you jump up at 8 HP because you were at 0.
Okay.
So you're back from the healing word.
The
Works
bird's
for
word.
me.
Okie dokie. And that will be your turn, unless you have any bonus action or movement you'd like to do, Alexandros.
I can't use Sacred Flame. I can only move, right?
No. Actually, no. You can use Sacred Flame, because Healing Word's a bonus action.
Oh,
yeah,
then I will
yeah.
Sacred Flame that monster.
Alright, he rolls an 8 to dodge it, so he will take damage. Roll that d8.
Yes. Yeah. Hold on. 6.
6, okay. You fire off away some of his filth shield. And there's still just a little bit left now. Flint,
Filth
it is your
shield. Filth shield.
Flint,
That's the name of the episode right there.
filth shield. Flint,
Seriously.
it's your turn, Flint.
Oh man. All right. I'm going to cautiously slash at whatever closest tentacle or limb is nearby me.
reach.
I can't
You can't
reach it still.
With a melee attack, you're 10 feet away, so you don't
10
have the
feet
range.
away.
Yeah.
I will move closer.
Okay. Would you like to? You can go through the water, or you can. Let's see. Yeah, your only options really are going through the water. Yeah, you'll have to swim over.
Are there weird things in the water?
I don't know.
I guess I'll just have to go through the water and find out.
All right. Well, okay. So, would you like to go behind it over here?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so you can just get there. But while you're in the water,
to go into the water. While I was in the water.
You got to roll a Constitution saving throw. But with advantage because you are a dwarf. Because it's poison water.
17.
17. Let me look that up again. I believe you're good. Let me just double check that.
That was a natural 17.
Oh, yeah, you're super good. Oh yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Okay, so roll your attack. Melee attack.
Also 17. What?
That'll hit.
Do you need evidence of that?
No, I believe you. You're good.
Okay.
D8 plus
All right.
3.
All right.
Or plus 4.
I'm gonna whack my long sword at that boy.
Yeah, do it.
Whack him good.
5 points of damage. That's a good point. I should have done an investigation check. That's a good idea, Deja Vu. No, button mash. Both of you. I am playing defensively, though. I got my shield out.
Yeah, you're doing great. And now it is its turn, and feeling something sort of stab at its butt, it is going to turn around.
When it comes to poop monsters, what goes around comes around.
It's going to swipe at you with one of its tentacles. So, that is a nat 20.
What?
So
Parry.
All right, you can. This, I believe, this is your last superiority dice because you've been using a lot of them.
This is almost done with this thing.
No.
It's gotta be.
I'm just saying.
How much more fighting do we have to get before we get to Davey?
Okay, we lost Justin, but I think you spent 2 parries already, 1 disarm. This is your 4th.
No, because there was a time where I didn't use it. There was a couple of times where we didn't use it.
Okay, this is your 3rd. Okay. You have 1 more. You have one more after that.
I have 1 more superiority dice.
Okay, so actually, this thing critting isn't too.
Should I just opt to not use that then?
I've been negating a lot of the damage on this thing because I haven't been reading the whole thing. You want to parry? You want to parry?
That's what I figured.
I've been rolling half the dice for all his tentacle attacks.
It's pretty intimidating.
Yeah, we just all assumed this would kill us in one shot. So I mean, yeah.
So let's see. Okay, so it would be
rolling half the dice.
It would be 18 points. Let's see how much you reduce it by.
I rolled 12.
Well, it's a D8 plus your dexterity.
God damn it! I did a 20 again.
D8,
huh?
Yeah.
Oh man.
3.
3. So you take 15 points of damage. And
oh no!
Man, this is wrecking our shit. Literally.
Right.
Zing. Okay, so Flint, you're at 16. And then it will try and bite you. So, that is a 19 plus
The shit
6.
decided to strike back.
That is a 25 to hit you. So, you will take... That is 13 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
So now you are down to 3, and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
you
my
have
sinuses.
You have advantage.
10.
10 total, plus your Constitution.
Plus my Constitution.
Yeah.
14.
Listen, your Constitution. No, but your saving throw shouldn't it be plus 6? Because you're proficient in con saves as a fighter.
Okay.
So it's plus 6.
I see. Oh, Constitution saving throw is 6, not 4.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you're proficient in it.
16.
That's good, because that's it's 1 point more than what you needed.
Thank you for paying attention to that.
So you don't feel any poison coursing through the teeth as it bites into your stubby dwarf legs. Merit, it is your turn.
Alright, so I'm out of potions. I'm out of magic. I'm not drunk. So
you're currently still in the air, by the way.
Let's see what I can do. Alright, so I have my short sword out.
Yep.
I'm going to whack it again.
Alright, stabby, go for it.
Stabby. So that's a 19 on my D20?
It'll hit.
And what do I need to roll?
D6 plus 4.
Cantrips.
Alright.
We are being asked by our audience if any players have the ability to buff allies or debuff opponents. Would that be your wheelhouse, Justin?
Yeah, Justin has a few. Karnov might have a few.
I don't really.
Merit has hideous laughter, but he's spent on spell slot.
I was going to use that. Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Is that a real move?
Yes, hideous laughter. It's an amazing spell.
I was going to use that if I didn't use my save slot. So I rolled a 6 and a 3, so 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Woo.
Who did we lose? Somebody dropped out.
Justin again.
Justin again.
Well, sorry, Ryan. Your face is kind of split up here a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I've been like this several streams now.
You've turned into a ghoul again.
We've gotten.
I've turned Picasso painting like
he's being dangled up in the air by the monster in real life too. That's why. All right.
9 points.
It's Turgid's turn again. He will fire off another crossbow bolt, and he rolls an 8. So unfortunately, that will miss. The bolt goes wide. Ori, it's your turn.
There he is, our boy, the
Okay.
natural.
I've been planning it. I want to burn the spear a bit and then throw it.
Okay, throw your spear.
Yeah.
Oh, you can stab him with your spear if you don't want to be that dramatic. You're in melee.
No, I
range.
wanted to actually catch this time. I want him to actually burn.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So just roll a regular attack.
Phew.
It'll make. I'll say you use your bonus action to light it on fire, and then because this is pretty cool, and then roll your attack to see if you embed it at its feet. So
And the attack is the +5,
plus
right?
5 for your spear. Yeah.
Okay. And it's a 19.
19. That will hit. So roll your D8 plus D8 plus 3.
She's a monk very good at improvising.
4.
4 points of damage. Okay. And I'll say as you light it and you sort of embed it in, like, at its feet, you see all the, there's a lot of methane and bacteria in all this stuff. So yeah, I'll say that it begins to slowly catch flames and it's currently ignited. And on its next turn, it'll take some fire damage. Karnov. Well, actually, after that, it'll be so mad that you did that.
Oh boy.
Actually, both its tentacles are taken up at the moment, so it can't do either of those things. It does nothing. It's just mad at you. Karnov,
Yay!
it's your turn.
Okay. I'm still right near it, right? I'm like
Yeah,
trying to glance at it.
you're-
That
yes.
white thing is me, right?
This is you. You're right in front of it.
Okay, we're gonna do Thunder Wave again.
All right, go for it. So it'll roll its con save.
Kuwabara,
and that is a 2.
Okay.
It fails, so it'll take full damage and will push it 10 feet back.
That's a 5 and a 1 for 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay, so what's your line, Karnov?
Oh.
As you send this wave of force out that sends the monster and this big pile of poop and Merritt and Flint flying.
Our audience was just asking if the physics of methane's flammability are at play here.
A little bit. Well, they
Yes.
actually,
Yes, they are. Sure, whatever.
I'll say also with this like big wave of air that the thunder wave has sent. In this one instance, it'll also be a big fiery wave, like a backdraft.
Yes.
I like it crispy.
So what do you say, Karnov?
Get your shit together!
You stick out your hand and
Pyronite.
wham! It goes flying, and this inferno, this big like mound of filth, just goes flying out with the fury of this tiefling sorcerer in pain and diseased. You summon all of your fury and just send it flying. It crashes against the wall, dead. Flint and Merritt, I'll say, make a dexterity saving throw as you land.
Can I use my acrobatics modifier if I have one?
It's a save. You're proficient in dex save, so you should be fine.
Sure. Yeah, I could be. And it doesn't matter because I rolled a 19.
Cool. Flint, what's your dexterity save?
Oh, Jesus. Is that
These dice, man.
Nat 15?
Nat 15? Okay, so that's fine. You guys both land on your feet after this monster just gets thrown into the wall and died. And, Karnov, roll a d20 again.
16.
Okay, you do not wild surge. Alright. You have successfully defeated the great big poop beast.
Nice.
Okay, so let's get this staff and get out of here.
So, this creature's been thrown against the wall, dead. You're looking all now at the carnage and everything. You're sort of catching your breath, and you realize, man, we did it.
Yes, we did clear the clog. Thank you very much.
Nearly
Alright,
died.
so
What a load of shit.
what window? What part of my screen do I need to be in to like have my head in a window?
We need Justin to be here.
No, like, is there a part of the screen where my head can actually be?
Yeah, can you
Do I have to,
duck
go
in
like
the
this?
top left?
Well,
Alright. Top left. Got ya.
Let me
That's top
see.
right.
Honestly, Ryan, no. So here's the deal: if you just kind of sit a little bit closer to the camera, you'll just look like a Canadian from South Park.
Alright.
Maybe.
How's this? Is this good?
Good enough. You have Justin's name in the middle.
There
It
it
doesn't
is.
matter now because he's back.
There we go.
Standing
All
on
right,
these.
you guys just killed the monster. What do you guys do now?
I am going
Look for
to
the
use Mage
staff.
Hand and get the staff. Yes.
Okay, you pull the staff out of the gunk.
And I put it directly in my bag of holding.
All
Well,
right.
first of all, I'm gonna presto the bottom of it off so it doesn't smell like crap anymore.
It is now a clean staff with the white spider atop it.
Sure, it's in the bag.
You bag it. You got it. And Alexandros,
go.
you're looking at the big pile of filth, and your eyes are just naturally drawn to this nice little like sort of leather tube with a strap. And you feel just sort of like a humming with your holy symbol towards it. What do you do, Alexandros?
He might not be able to hear us.
I think he froze again.
Might be frozen again.
All right.
Froze. Let's freeze again.
Well, okay. While he's gone, you guys all sort of see that in this big pile of filth where the staff was, there's some like odds and ends sort of sticking in there.
I'm gonna Mage Hand and Presto each and every one of them so they come out sparkling clean.
Well, you can't really like. There's so much.
Yeah.
You clean the pile, but there's like so much stuff. Now it's just a pile of junk. Now it's clean junk, but it's still junk, all sort of heaped together.
All right, describe the junk.
There's lots of things. There's like bits of wood. They seem like smashed chests. There's some gleaming bits of metal. Like it's such like a hodgepodge. Like you'd find it like a trash heap, like a junkyard.
Do you mind
Like a dump.
spot and coins in there?
Like if you see any coins,
Yeah.
roll. Everybody can roll an investigation check to see what they if people want to look in this pile.
All right,
Yeah,
I have a
okay.
+4 in investigation, and I roll a 14, so it's an 18.
I have an 18 with a +3 in investigation.
Whoa. Okay. So oh, we get to do fun things now.
Is it another
Have
chest
to
of
or
crap?
get to?
No, this is good things. This is good things for you guys. So, what was yours again, Merritt?
I wanted to see if there was any money first.
I know, but just there's no money. I'm afraid.
There's no money. Is there
Is there other stuff?
is there other crap, like stuff we can use?
Yeah,
No, we've had our fill of crap tonight.
Everybody roll
Right.
Everybody roll an investigation check and tell me what you get. I already know. So
Don't make me re-roll.
no, you got it. You're good. You're good. Karnov, you got like a 23. You're good. Merritt, you got an 18. You said.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ori, what's your investigation? Flint, what's your
Yeah, I have it
investigation?
earlier.
16.
Like 18 too.
16. Cool. And what'd you get, Ori?
18.
18. Okay. So, do you want me to roll random loot dice, or do you guys want to roll your random loot dice?
Maybe you should roll it for me at this point.
What do we need to roll? Is that like a D12, a D8, a D100, something like that?
It is percentile dice, so it's 2 D10s.
Oh, so it's
It's
these
a,
things.
it's a D100. So here, I will do
I had
it for
a funny
you.
feeling these were D100s.
So let's see here. Flint, so you sort of rummage around at the bottom of the pile, and you find. Oh, you find a familiar little red vial. You find it's a little bit dusty and a little bit gunky, but the Presto sort of cleaned it up a little bit. You find, Flint, 1 potion of healing.
Nice.
Ori, you sort of climb up a little bit and sort of look around with your dragonborn eyes and sort of peek up above. Alexandros is mobile now. It works. So
It'll
Ori,
do.
you find. Ooh, that's interesting. Huh. All right. You also find a scroll. And you sort of unload it and you read it, and it is a scroll of. Oh, let's make this interesting.
The struggle of getting a cell phone to stand up. We got him back.
I'm here.
Awesome.
No wonder the poor monster was mean. He was constipated.
Is that something from our chat?
It's from our chat.
God bless you, chat. Remember to like and subscribe.
You're amazing, my friend.
Can we subscribe? Are we partners? No, we're not.
No.
Not yet.
Follow. You can follow us.
Hashtag bless. Good shit. All right.
Okay, Ori, you find a scroll of disguise self.
Ooh.
So it's a 1-use burning of that spell. So
like I could hide with it, disguise me like.
So you cast disguise so you can look like anybody else,
Ooh, okay.
and it lasts for an hour, and you have 1 use of it with this scroll. Merritt, you find. You also find a potion of healing up in the wreckage. Alexandros, I'd like you to roll me a investigation check.
Okay, hold on. Don't change anything. Go. So it is 6.
It's what? 6?
6.
6. Okay, so you naturally are sort of drawn to this leather case, and you pull it out of the wreckage, and you open it, and there's a scroll perfectly preserved and everything, not a stain on it. And you pull it out, and it is a scroll of the spell Banishment.
Nice.
And what Banishment does is that, like, if there's like a person, you can send them to like a little dimension. It's what Greenie did to Flint. It sort of just sends someone away for a minute. But here's
Leave
the
it
thing.
alone. Don't do it.
If there is a creature that shouldn't belong on this plane of existence, if you cast Banishment, it sends them back to where that should be.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Well, I need that. I need that for the undead.
And you remember the words of Lady Zytalia. This is what you were meant to find.
Yes, thank you.
And so, as for Karnov, what do you find, my friend?
That is the question.
Find something hopefully interesting.
Come on, Rusty Forks. Let's go.
Actually, Karnov, just roll me a d20.
10.
10. Oh, you lucky boy.
Ooh.
It's about time.
You lucky boy.
It's about time.
Your hand sort of grasps around, and you find you feel a firm metal rod, and you pull it out, and you're looking at it, and it's made of platinum and sort of silver, and on both ends there are like horses of like this, like sort of like bucking bronco, and you're sort of like pulling the rod around, and you notice that it has a button
What's it called?
Okay.
It's just a rod. That's all he knows so far.
It's just a rod.
Can I do an Arcana check on it?
Yes, go for it.
How's 24?
24. It is definitely arcane, and you have an idea that the button does something.
That's what buttons do, yes.
And it's something that won't, like, hurt you in any way.
Okay, then I will press the button.
You push the button, and the rod feels firm. And, like, you can't move it at all. And you let your hands go of it, and it remains in air, suspended in midair, in the exact same position that you let go of it.
Interesting.
And with a 24, and now looking at this, you realize you just found an immovable rod in this trash heap.
Okay.
So you found an inanimate carbon rod from The Simpsons?
An immovable rod it's a rod of iron. It's about I believe it's like 2 or 3 feet long, and you push a button and it just remains suspended in midair. So if you're falling, you can just click that button and like it'll just like stop. Or if there's someone down on the ground, you can just like push it down on them. Lock them in. You can basically you push this rod in, or you push the button in, and the rod just remains in place.
Okay.
Many different applications.
Put that above somebody's head, and when they wake up, they smack into it.
Yes.
Okay, so can I press the button to free it now?
Yes, you can push it to free it.
Okay.
I love this.
So that's all you'll have to identify it to get like all the specifics, but you do know you push the button, it remains in place.
In Rod we trust.
It's like the Zelda stasis move.
Zwirldo.
Ooh, so does it absorb energy? No, it just stays.
It's not that cool. It just stays in place.
Cool. It just stays.
When you push the button, the rod stays in place wherever it is. Nothing can move it. So there you go. Congrats.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
All right. So now you've all found your things amongst the trash heap, and you have killed the monster, and you've reclaimed the staff. Where would you like to go? What would you like to do now?
Get out.
Get out. Okay. How are you getting out of the sewer? Are you just retracing your steps back?
Is the rod what we were looking for?
No, the staff.
I have the staff in my bag.
Merritt put the staff in the bag of holding.
He's got
staff.
All right, I'm gonna roll an investigation check to see if there's a way to get from the sewers directly to the sewers from the Underdark.
Just come out of the cover. Just come up on the street, and you're like, Venice.
I was an 18 plus investigation of 4, so how's a 22?
You're definitely sure there's no secret tunnels that just lead into the Underdark.
Damn it.
Nabbit.
Are we gonna have to go back the same way?
You can.
Let's go back.
There were 2 chambers that you did not see on your way back down here.
Let's not chance it. Let's go back.
Yeah, we already got.
I think I'm gonna agree with his insistence there.
I'll say for the sake of expediency, unless you guys want to talk to the Modrons or the Were-Rats, I'll just say that it takes you the better part of like 2 hours, but you can get out of the sewer and back up into the red light district.
Should we go talk to the Modrons and tell them that we fixed it? Whatever, because we told them we were gonna do that.
Dude.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let's beat boop the beat boops.
Oh yeah.
Beeping.
Alex, give me a picture of the beep boops.
Okay, yeah. Hold on. I'll give you a picture of.
One was a cube, and one was an orb.
Yep. Hold on. Let me find a drone. Let me find it. Please stand by as I find links to put in chats. There's the round one, and then here's the little boxy guy that you've been talking to.
rod we trust.
You've never seen Deep Space Homer?
I have, yes. It's been a while, but I recall it.
All right, so you walk back over to the and the same little boxy one approaches you again, Karnov, and sees that you're all sort of a little banged up, and it just starts chirping rather worriedly.
Yes. We killed it.
It starts spinning its arms around.
Yes, I'm gonna call it Alpha. So, what do we want out of this, guys?
It's not offering us anything, right? It's just ooping and booping.
It's ooping.
It's just really excited that you killed the thing that's down here.
Okay.
Rightfully so.
Does it, thing?
Well, here's the deal. Do these things have some kind of means to take all the money?
Take all the money.
Do these things have a means of communicating with us, and would we even have a reason to stay in communication with them?
So far, I mean like long distance? Like you want their number?
I don't know. Are these things an informative resource to us?
It tells you its phone number is 01111110000.
And there's like a million of them.
01111110000.
Oh my god, that's
Is there two there? Come on.
just like that. Just like that noise.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now we've made friends with them, I think we can go.
Alright, we're good.
So I'm going to tell it that we're departing.
And it says E, and it nods, and it waves.
Bye!
Ooh,
And then we leave.
Okay, you leave the Modrons, and it takes you a better part of a couple hours. You guys did it in record time. You guys have like 10 hours left by the end of this.
Oh, yeah.
So you climb out of the sewer, back out. I guess I'll say that it takes you about another hour to climb out of the storm drain, like these filthy, haggard Pennywises that you have all become.
Fair enough.
It's kind of a horrifying sight for everyone who's just on the street in the red light district as a dwarf claws himself out of a sewer drain, and then an albino tiefling with rotting flesh on his side, and then you didn't get that looked at, by the way, Merritt. And Karnov. I keep confusing you. You guys are the package deal now.
Yeah.
Human, Ori, Turget, everyone's just crawling out of the sewer.
Regular
beaten to crap.
It's like Frasier. They're like the D&D Frasier crew.
So I turn to whoever's closest to us, whatever civilian, and I just turn, I look at him and tell him, you should see the other guy.
Yeah, it was a real shit show.
Shit, mate, I don't wanna.
You're right, you
Sort
don't.
of runs off, terrified. You're back in the red light district. The rain is still pouring, and it sort of washes away.
Oh, a shower! Wonderful.
Yeah, we definitely need to get a shower.
Yeah, it's still. You guys are still relatively filthy, I will say, but the rain helps.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Just
And
a
then we
tad.
still explore the red light district. So we take a shower, rest up.
Okay, you are
Target to see the red light district.
you are on a ticking time clock. I will say.
Yeah, let's
you have about 9 hours left.
Let's go get our pretty boy and get this over with.
Yeah, we're
All right.
Then we can shower.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna meet up with Deborah.
Yep.
Yes.
Back to the underground. Okay.
All right, so I'll say, for the sake of expediency, if you don't dally in the red light district, it'll take you about another hour to sort of fight through the crowd, get on the train, ride down to the tunnels, and then sort of.
Does anybody sit next to us on the train?
No, probably not.
I mean.
Very,
it's
very
about-
far away. Maybe even in the other cabin.
It's I think it's literally midnight right now. So there's a couple. There's a couple
So
of human. There's always a couple of drunks and.
Can I use Presto to clean us up a little bit?
You can actually. That is the best use of prestidigitation. So Merritt wiggles his fingers, and it takes him about 10 minutes to cover everything. But sure enough, you're all sparkling clean with prestidigitation.
Deus Ex Machina, yay! Yay!
So now you're not filthy anymore, and so now you're just a bunch of randos on a train, but not stinky randos. And so it takes you a while, but you get out at the tunnel's train station, and then you sort of walk back over to the big open maw that leads down into the Undercity. You walk back down, you march down. You find the Queen's hideout, where you last met with Deborah. And so you knock on the door, and you see a drow man who sort of like slides like a little thing over and looks at you. He's like, "Oh yeah, you guys."
Tell Deborah we have. Tell Deborah we have it.
He sort of looks at you, and he's like,
She'll know what
She
we
said-
mean.
Yeah,
She said she was expecting someone. Okay." And he opens the door.
that is true.
And what's everybody's passive perception?
12.
That's a perception. Where do I find that?
It'll be right under all your skills. It should like under
Three
your
skills.
skills.
14.
3.
14. Okay.
Oh, wait, 14.
It's
13.
It's 10 plus your perception skill.
Oh, so 15.
Okay. So Merritt, you notice like as you're taking through the Queen's sort of hideout, and you see like the same sort of like couple of drow dudes with like glaives, and there's some who look really like serious, and there's some that are sort of joking and laughing as they're playing cards and stuff. And they're all sort of like, they're all drow, so they're all got like that inky black skin and white hair. And you notice though that like they all have like the same sort of leather armor, but they all have like brooches sort of by their shoulders. And some of these brooches are the symbol of like a green rose, and those are the ones that are laughing. The really serious ones that are sort of off in the corner have a brooch in the symbol of a white spider.
Hmm.
And so you find the door where Deborah was just like recently promoted into, and I guess you knock. And she opens the door and sees you, and she's like, "Good. Come in. Make it quick." And so as you all pile into the room, and you've never been in this room, but it's relatively simple. It's just sort of like a big wooden table. There's a desk and a chest. And there's like a board, and on the board there's like a map of the city, much more detailed than the one that you were sold by Kip. You can see there's sort of like names and faces sort of pasted in various areas. You recognize a drawing of the massive half-orc as Hote, and he's sort of off in the corner. You see a dwarf with like a really shining helmet full of like rubies and gems, and he's sort of north of the tunnels. You see an older human man with like a sort of a mullet of silver hair. You don't recognize him, but he's sort of off in the financial district. And there's several different little names and faces and like bits of string. It's like one of those like conspiracy theory like boards with like the red bits of string that connect people, and like questions like transit ? And all that stuff.
Like
And,
something that like what's the movie with the person?
Zodiac?
The Conversation with Francis Ford Coppola, something like that. No, that's not.
Yeah.
No, it is a Zodiac. It is a Zodiac. Zodiac.
It's like Charlie Kelly's like in
I
like,
was
It's
just-
Always Sunny.
Carol!
It's just like crazy.
Carol, I gotta talk to you about Pepe!
Pepe Sylvia. There is no Pepe Sylvia. This is her. There's no Pepe Sylvia board. But you also notice there's nothing else in here. And she's like, "Okay, the door's closed." She's like, "There's one more part of the deal." And she pulls out 6 little vials, and she puts them on the table, and she pulls out a dagger. She places it on the table, and she says, "I need a little bit of all your blood."
What?
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 What is this, some
That
kind
wasn't
of
part of the deal?
contingency plan?
It's like, "You will not get your man unless you accept it."
Okay.
Are you like making a potion or something, or cursing us, or I just want to know something up for? Well, give me my blood. I just want to know what I'm signing up for.
You
here.
realize
No.
that we're under the circumstance where our blood may be tainted with shit monster?
Acid.
Yeah, that one.
She sort of cocks her head and she looks at you, Merritt, and she says, "You want to get that checked out, but no, it does not matter what state your blood is. I just need some of blood that is."
Okay.
Again, I mean, I will give you my blood. It doesn't matter what you're using it for. I just want to know what you're using it for. If you're using it to curse us, I don't care.
Stop
just let
it.
us know,
Stop
man.
it.
Stop talking for the rest
My
of us.
my hand on the camera is like over his mouth.
Do you really want to know?
No,
Yeah,
he
I'd
doesn't.
like to know
He
what
doesn't.
you're using it for,
No,
for
he
sure.
doesn't.
She says,
We're not asking questions.
so I can find you again.
Oh,
I can
okay.
so I can see what you're doing.
Okay,
Alright,
that's not
that's
so
no problem by
bad.
me, sure.
And she looks at you. She looks at you, Karnov, and she says, "I found you before. That's how I knew you were at the inn. But with the blood, it'll make things easier."
Alright, fine by me, and I do it, sure.
Okay, so you take 1 point of damage as you just like slit your hand a little bit and collect it in the vial. Does everybody else?
Can I offer up Turgid's blood instead, and then just say because he's always with me?
No, she said she points to both of you. Like you'll both
Gosh.
need to give some.
Okay.
Poor kid. Didn't sign up for any of this.
Oh, Merritt, you are at 1 HP.
So I fall down. I'm like, I wonder, so I like.
Oh my god.
So you're like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. You slit the wrist and faint.
It just goes like.
Oh, Lord.
I love
All right, she between her and Alexandros, you come back up for the sake of expediency. But you go down for a second.
Wonderful.
Everybody else takes just like a little hit, just a little something, and then you all give her a vial. Boop, boop, boop. And she sort of takes them all and she tucks them into her coat and she says, "Good. One last question. Do you trust me?"
Thieves' honor.
Yeah.
More important question. Can I trust you?
Thieves' honor.
She's looking to all of you. Can I trust you?
I don't have a choice.
I don't see why you wouldn't.
Yeah.
She takes a deep breath. She says, "Okay," and she reaches into like her shirt and she pulls out a necklace, and you see the necklace is in the shape of a door, and she takes the necklace off, and she sort of throws it in the air, and the necklace sort of bursts into light, and then you see a door standing there.
Like a door.
A door just appears in thin air.
A door.
Like a Monsters Inc. door, just like there. And she goes over and she opens it, and light comes out from out of it. And she sort of gestures for you all to walk in.
Ah, I could
Sure.
see why that was the preface.
Thieves' honor.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll go through first
Thieves honor my
and
ass.
grab Turgid with me.
Just call him out, why don't you?
It might look like I'm laughing.
All right. So, you all walk through the door and you find yourself in this just absolutely resplendent mansion. There are these warm tones of gold and green throughout all the decor, with these like pillars that go up to a tall ceiling. And there's like this long rug with a bunch of floral designs on it. And all along the walls, you also notice there's these various paintings of bears. And you look up and you see all these brightly lit sconces, and there's this spinning golden astrolabe that's like several stories above you. And there's all these like hallways and doors all sort of shooting off, and you look like you can't really find any ends to the hallways. And like each one of these doors also has a similar golden trim and bear motif. And from one of these, you hear loud music. You hear lutes and flutes and drums being played. And then you hear the music cut off as you hear a voice say, No, stop. Try it again. From the top now, loves. More
There we
energy this
go.
time.
There's our man.
It's your
More-
boy!
More energy. And you
The
hear the music.
return
and
of the Thin White Duke, huh?
You begin to hear the music pick up again. And sort of,
Ugh.
and Deborah motions in that direction.
What a frickin' relief.
So, you go that way?
We have to go that way. We just how do we not?
Yeah, we have to.
Just making sure. So you go over there, and the doors open, and the music gets louder as you approach. And you open it, and in this room you see several figures in the back of it who are surrounded by floating drums and flutes that are all apparently playing themselves in the air. And at the forefront of these three figures, there is a man playing a lute, and he has sparkling skin with a unicorn tattoo across the chest, tight lavender leather pants and a jacket, and this big blonde pompadour atop a head without a face. And then behind him are two more figures in matching leather outfits. The one is in red and the other a deep blue. And the figure in the red is a familiar albino tiefling with an uncanny likeness to someone you know. And in the blue, it appears to be a human with a lean build and disheveled hair, remarkably similar to Merritt's. But both of them are also missing faces. And these two are like in the back, voguing and posing and dancing to the beat of the music.
We're doing like JoJo poses and stuff.
That's definitely not me.
And said dancing mostly comprising of just like grinding on one another. And then
JoJo poses.
We knew it would happen eventually.
you hear a voice from behind you. No, stop. Again, you're this close, dear. But it needs more sensuality to it. The sensuality is the whole point of the show. Without it, try again. And you turn and you see a copy of the figure in purple, but this time with a face. A face with one eye, a lightning tattoo, and the other a star with a rainbow tail. It's Ziggy's Star Child in the flesh. And you see that he's lounged in this big cushioned throne. At one side, there's this massive cornucopia stuffed with nothing but cream puffs. And in his hands is this obscenely large golden goblet of wine. And he sort of like flicks his wrists to the three figures. He takes a big gulp as he notices you all enter.
Well, he was doing fine.
Yeah, clearly.
He used to say, "Oh dear, I see you brought the rest of the gang here." And then with a sort of a different accent, Deborah says, "Yeah, it took him long enough." And then you notice, like, the figure without the face that looks like Ziggy approaches Deborah, and as it does, it morphs and away from Ziggy's form into, like, this, like, butler in a tuxedo that's bald and also missing a face. And it approaches Deborah, and it just bows really deeply and says, "Your Highness."
Oh, of course. Of course.
Huh?
This is me in character, by the way.
Huh?
Ziggy,
Of course.
Ziggy
What was
walks
the
up.
revelation? I don't understand. What was
Ziggy
the-
walks up.
What?
Hold on. I have a thing, Evan. Ziggy walks up to all of you and she says, "Oh, you haven't told them. Well, she has something to show you, and she knows it'll blow
There's
your
no
mind."
answers.
And then Deborah sort of walks in front of you and she says, "Well, that's enough of the subterfuge." And she pulls back her hood and she starts undoing all the bandages that cover up her face. And, you know, it's funny, given the fact that her name is Cut Ear and that she spoke with an Underdark accent and that she works for the Queen, you assume she was some sort of drow woman. But as the bandages are removed, you see human ears. You see light brown skin and large, focused chestnut eyes. Her hair is brown and, like, you know, voluminous, but it looked like it's been chopped short, likely with a dagger done really hastily. And she has a really sort of, like, you know, aquiline, beautiful face with sort of round cheeks.
He sheiked us.
And,
Huh?
and this human woman, who you knew as Deborah, now smiles at you, and she says, without an accent, "My name is Magla Yarud, Princess and rightful Queen of Alaman. And it's a pleasure to formally meet you."
Bet you guys feel like fucking idiots for forgetting about that necklace now, do you?
And we'll pick up with the prince, and we'll pick up with our conversation with the princess on the next episode of the Dungeon Foe.
Oh, dang.
We got cheap. Dang.
What a twist!
What a
Dang.
Nani? love it.
Of course.
Oh wow, that's really good.
He was gonna force us to care about the plot eventually.
No, so the plot twist is on you guys, because you abandoned the plot only to make that backfire. Because Ziggy went to find the plot, and he found the plot.
Well, hey, at least you found the princess instead of having to deal with the dang king, who's dead, or the.
Yep. So we'll pick up this this new mystery and all these other complications next time. Thanks for tuning in, anybody who's been watching. You're great. Those comments were really great. I love that. And we'll keep you posted. There might not be one next week because I might be out of town. We'll keep you posted. And I know some people are covering PAX stuff, so it might be hectic.
Yep,
So,
keep an eye out for upcoming Penny Arcade Expo coverage, because we'll be doing that.
Yeah. So maybe the Dungeon folks will be in 2 weeks. So keep the suspense. What the princess will say.
Good.
But if
Guys,
you really want to know, keep an eye on our social media. We'll put it
Woo,
there.
follow us and all that stuff. Read our article.
Yeah. And
Have
if
a
you
good
wanna
one, everybody.
Yeah, if you want to see all of the old lore stuff, go back to the website, see the old episodes, and check out Alex's creative writing summaries on all this stuff. And we're gonna.
Oh
do
yeah,
more with that.
I should also mention when you're done talking to her and all that, you guys will level up. Level 4.
Been long enough.
So I'll have you role play out like the rest of the day, but rather than like level up in the middle of the next episode, I'll just say you level up now.
We'll just do the level up in like a montage or something like that.
Yeah, you'll just be like leveling up as you're talking. She's so cool. There you go.
Nice.
So have a good one, everybody. We're now level 4. We've now found.